Testing. Testing. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Coach Jeff here with Asiamah Academy, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about the rules in basketball. All right, the rules and regulations in basketball, things that you cannot do. Okay, so when you're playing this game of basketball, there's a lot of rules that goes into it. There's a lot of things that you can't do, certain violations that'll turn the ball over to the other team. Okay, so if you're a beginner, this is definitely a great video to watch. All right, and if you're trying to just improve your skills and be the best basketball player that you could be, this video is going to help you as well. All right, now look, if you guys want to get some Asiamah Academy apparel, make sure you guys check it out on the website. All right, you're going to be looking good, feeling good. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos that comes out. And for all my subscribers, welcome back. It's good to see you guys again. We're gonna get into it. Hopefully I could touch on everything in terms of things that you can't do. If I miss anything, you can feel free and leave it in the comments. All right, feel free to add anything that I missed out on. Now with that being said, let's get straight into the video. What we like to do, man. Asiamah Academy. So I have a free shooting plan workout. All right, if you guys are interested, all you have to do is email me at asiamahacademy@gmail.com. It's a good shooting workout. All right, it gives you the basics from how you can start close to the rim and work your way out, okay, and help you become a better shooter. All right, so I'll send it to you for free. All you got to do is email me at asiamahacademy@gmail.com, and I'll send it right over to you. There's no strings attached. There's no catch. Nothing like that. Just send me an email. I got you. I'll send it right over to you. Okay. It's a free shooting workout. All right. It's going to help you become a better shooter. Okay. So first things first, we're talking about things that you cannot do when you're on the basketball court. Okay. So if I have the ball, right, if I'm dribbling the ball, okay, once I stop dribbling the ball, I have to either pass it, shoot it, and that's it. All right. I know you probably was thinking I was going to say dribble. You can't dribble again, okay? Once you pick up the ball, you can either pass it or you have to shoot it. If you dribble the ball again, that's called a double dribble, okay? So again, a double dribble is when you first catch the ball, right? You got the triple threat. You have three options. At this point, you can dribble it, you can shoot it, or you can pass it. All right, but once you start dribbling, just like this, once you start dribbling, you can't pick it up unless if you know you're going for a layup or you're getting ready to shoot or you're getting ready to pass. If you pick the ball up just like this, you can't put it back down, because if you do that, that's a violation. It's a double dribble and it's called a turnover. And a turnover means that the ball goes to the other team. So that's a double dribble. So I know there's a lot of beginners out there who have a hard time dribbling the ball consistently. So maybe a good practice for you is to try to dribble the ball 10 times without picking it up. There's a lot of people that'll dribble it, you know, maybe they lose it and they pick it up and they start doing it again. They pick it up, they do that. So try your best to challenge yourself and just try to dribble it 10 times without picking the ball up, okay? Do that here, do that with the left hand. Okay, the second thing is traveling. Now, what's traveling? Traveling is when you take more than 2 steps. All right, so let's say, for example, I'm going for a layup, right? Regular layup is 2 steps, just like that. Okay, now if I were to go more than 2 steps, if I were to go like this, 1, 2, 3, right? That's a travel. Okay, so there's a couple different ways that you could travel. Let's say I catch the ball, right? When you catch the ball, you have one pivot foot. A pivot foot means the foot that cannot move. Okay, so whichever foot I move, the other foot is a pivot foot. So right now I've caught the ball. If I move my right foot, that means now my left foot is my pivot foot. I can't move this foot no more. All right, so I could do all of this, right? I can move around and I can make my move, okay? But I can't move this left foot. If I go like this, I move the right, and then I move the left, like that, that's a travel. All right, that's what you call traveling. You're gonna see the ref do this, and that's a travel. All right. Another thing, if you have the ball in your hands, right, and you do like a hop for no reason, you just hop, that's a travel. You gotta make sure that before you do the 1-2, or before you bounce and you dribble the ball and you do the hop before you go up, you gotta make sure you're dribbling the basketball. Okay, so before you do that, you gotta dribble it before you go up. Okay, now another thing is, if you guys see under the rim, there's a white line. Okay, usually this white line surrounds the basketball court. If I go outside the white line, that's a turnover. I'm out of bounds. So you guys see right now I'm out of bounds. Okay, so you can't go outside of the white lines. You need to stay inside of it. Anywhere you are on the basketball court, this white line that's right here, it surrounds the whole basketball court. So if you have the ball and you find yourself going outside the white line, it's out of bounds, and that's a turnover. When we say out of bounds, that means that you're outside of the basketball court where you're playing the game. Another thing that you got to be careful of is offensive fouls, extending this arm, and things like that. Putting your shoulder down a little bit too much to get called for a charge. So for example, if I have the ball here on this side, right, and I'm here and I drive it, I take 2 hard dribbles, right, and on the 3rd dribble, I extend my arm and I step back, especially if that defender falls, they're gonna call an offensive foul on that. All right, so when you push your defender off, you don't want to extend your arm. You could do a little nudge like this, but the moment you extend your arm and the defender falls back, that's an offensive foul. All right, and it's gonna be going the other way. Okay, the next thing is, if you have the ball and you're attacking the basket, and you see sometimes there's times where people will go like this to attract the charge. If you run into their chest and they fall back, that's a charge automatically. So you got to be careful of that. All right, when you're going down and you see somebody stops in the middle, there's a few things that you could do. You could stop right here, do a floater. You could stop a little bit before, take a jump shot. All right, you could do a Euro step, right? You could do a Euro step. There's a lot of different things that you could do. Just don't run into that defender, okay? Because if you run into him with your shoulder down, whatever the case may be, that's an offensive foul as well. Another thing that you can't do is a carry, all right? A carry is when you go like this. You're carrying the basketball. So I carry it like this. That's called a carry. Now, when you first catch the ball, right? If you want to carry it like this when you first catch it, you could do that. I wouldn't recommend it because the defender could easily take it and steal the ball. All right, so when you first catch the ball, you want to protect it this way, right? You want it to be away from the defender. All right, for a second, if you're like this and the defender's right here, that's fine, but don't do that too much because the ball's vulnerable at that point, okay? So you're in your triple threat. Once you start dribbling the ball, right, your hand has to stay on top of the basketball as you dribble it. All right, so it has to stay on top while you dribble. The moment that you go like this, all right, if you go like this, that's called a carry. All right, that's a carry, that's a violation. Okay, so you got to be careful of that. The whole time you dribble, your hand has to stay on top of the basketball. Another thing that you can't do is when, honestly, I'm not too sure about this one. When I was growing up, this was called a pass and receive, and we wasn't able to do this growing up. Nowadays, I'm not too sure. You guys can let me know in the comments. In games, when I've coached in games, there's been times where the referee will call it, and there's times where the referee doesn't call it, and they just keep playing. So this is what I'm talking about right here. You attack the basket, right? You shoot it, you airball, but then you get your rebound, and then you go back up, right? Usually, if you shoot it, you airball, and you catch the ball again, that's a pass and receive. It's a violation, pass and receive. So just so that you know, anytime you go to the basket, try to at least touch the rim. I mean, The first objective is to make the shot, but you got to try your best to hit the rim, because if you don't hit the rim and you catch the ball again, there's a high chance that you could be called for a pass and receive. All right, like I said, growing up, this was something that you couldn't do at all, right? It was a violation, heavy violation. Now that I've been coaching, stuff like that, I've noticed that there's times where referees, they don't call it like that. So I'm not sure if this is a violation or not. You guys can let me know what you think, but I wouldn't recommend that you do this a lot. All right, don't rely on trying to just shoot it to fake them out and then you run past them, you grab the ball and go back up. I wouldn't advise that. All right, try to make the shot, try to touch the rim every single time. So what if you don't have the basketball, right? What if you don't have this ball right here? Okay, let's start with the defensive side. If you're playing defense, you have to use your feet. If you're playing defense, you have to use your feet. If you're using your body to body up on the man, that's a foul. The referee's gonna blow the whistle every single time. You gotta move your feet. You gotta stay on the balls of your feet. Your hands gotta be active, and you gotta make sure you try to stay within the midline of the offensive player. So you gotta follow their waist. Wherever they're going, that's what you gotta look at. Okay, don't get too caught up in looking at the ball and trying to reach, because if you hit them, that's a foul as well. This might be funny, but no bear hugs, all right? No bear hugging. It's not football. If you bear hug and you grab, that is a foul, automatic, all right? Right away, the referee's gonna blow the whistle on that. Okay, so when you're playing defense, just use your feet. If you stay lower than the offensive player, that'll always give you an advantage, all right? You stay lower, you move your feet, all right, and you keep your hands up and you stay within their waist and you'll be good. When you're on offense or on defense, try not to grab the jerseys too much, all right? That's another thing that you can't do, okay? In my opinion, it's physical, it's cool, it's competition, right? But you gotta be careful, because the refs are the refs, right? Whatever they say goes. So if you're playing in the game, you gotta be careful not to tug on jerseys too much, not to bang too much into people, right? These are things that you gotta be careful, you gotta stay away from, all right? So that you can avoid turnovers and violations and just looking bad. If the coach sees that you're getting caught up with these little violations, little fouls, you're grabbing on jerseys, you're bumping people a little too much, and it's resulting in a foul where the ball goes to the other team, the coach is gonna take you out the game, all right? So make sure that you're mindful of these things so that you know not to do these things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it gave you guys some value. Again, if I missed anything, please feel free to leave it in the comments down below. If it is a lot of things that I missed, I'll make another video and I'll explain on those. I'll touch on those things as well, all right? But when it comes to you having the basketball, right, when the basketball is in your hands, I'm pretty sure I touched on everything. Those are the important things that you definitely need to stay away from when you have the basketball in your hands, all right? And if you're trying to limit yourself from getting turnovers and violations and things like that, this video is definitely gonna help you out, all right? Now, if this video gave you guys some value and you guys enjoyed it, please do us a big favor and give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, any comments that you wanna make, any videos that you wanna see, things like that, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos that comes out, all right? That's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. And always remember, the lion mentality lives here.